It's too cold.
Yeah, very cold.
But it doesn't matter if it's cold. I was born because of Nova Scotia.
Yes.
Am I cold?
No, you're not cold, but me very cold. Still.
Hi, this is Halifax, Nova Scotia, and I'm Philip Hong. And without the province of Nova Scotia, I would not have existed, because Nova Scotians are warm. Nova Scotians are open to immigrants. Nova Scotia was open to my parents, and I want them to explain it to you. It's a great story. Halifax was my parents' second residence in Canada. Mama worked in a local hotel, while Papa scoured the province to find the civil servants who could help them reunite with their family here. It's true, though. Liz and I are 100% Canadian concept babies. If my parents didn't meet coincidentally with the same sponsors in Nova Scotia, I would not have existed. I am forever grateful for a coalition of church groups in a little town in rural Nova Scotia. It's Papa's turn, the original Mr. Hong, to tell you his story.
I had served as a soldier for the South. But luckily, I avoided the front lines in 1 or 2 years of active duty. Your paternal grandparents imported textiles at the time. But after the communists showed up, their businesses dried up.
Hard to find the money, lor. Daddy go to...
I went to Hanoi, and then sailed from Haiphong to China on a boat. After arriving in China, I then sailed further to Hong Kong, where I then became a refugee.
By the boat.
My mother had stashed savings, so we lived on them after the takeover. I would not have been able to leave Vietnam without those savings. One of my rights as a refugee in Hong Kong was being able to work. I became an industrial laborer.
I go to work, industrial worker, Canada interviewer.
Canada interviewed me at the refugee camp in Hong Kong after a year or so.
Canada interviewer, 美國
I bypassed the Americans because I was afraid they would compel me to serve as a soldier again, considering my past. Who knows if they wanted to send me back to Vietnam?
保人我係 Pugwash 啊嘛，去到 Pugwash 嗰度啊嘛。
A group from Pugwash, led by a woman named Julie and a man named John, had sponsored us.
擔保我哋過去啊嘛。我
They sponsored me, your uncle, and one of my cousins. 3 people.
3個。
Your mother had the same sponsors, but she came at another time. That's how I got to know her.
這樣先識佢。
Dad, are you grateful being Canadian?
I quit Canada, but I need money.
Mom and Dad had an eventful life in Canada. Happily married in the 80s, happily divorced in the 90s. 2 proper careers in the auto industry, Ontario's tradition. All 4 of my grandparents also moved to Canada. Even Grams had a good life. She traveled a lot, like other Canadians. Now more photos of me as a kid. You came here for that, right? I'm Philip Hong.